Hi, Fernando. My name's Daphne. I'm one of the essay correctors here at IELTSpodcast.com. Thanks for sending in your essays for corrections. Thanks for getting on board with us on the course. Really hope this is going to be really useful for you for getting your preparation, starting your preparation for your IELTS writing. So this essay, doing an enjoyable activity with a child, can develop better skills and more creativity than reading. To what extent do you agree or disagree? Now, it's interesting how you've done this, because I feel you've read the title wrong. So it's the child that's developing more skills and creativity. We're assuming the adult already has skills and creativity. It's really doing the activity with the child can develop skills for the child. To what extent do you agree? So some people argue that skills and creativity would improve by doing an enjoyable activity with an offspring. Okay, so that we need to put in here. A child's skills and creativity might improve. I would use might, not would. Improve by doing an activity with an adult. We kind of need to change that round. The other thing here is that I wouldn't use the same words as the question. Yeah. So skills and creativity, we could say. Some people argue that youngsters may learn more about the world and themselves by taking part in a range of exciting that kind of thing. So change the words, don't use the same words that are in the question. However, others claim that reading would develop those abilities, maybe you could say more easily or more efficiently, something like that. I cannot entirely agree. So you might want to change that because now you understand what the question is. Okay, so a lot of issues arise from this problem. A lot of the issues in your essay come from this problem. Firstly, so you're saying more relaxing activities with children is good. You need a verb for mental activity and helps someone. You have to help someone to be healthy all day. So, but you're talking about adults, because when you go into this, kids' craziness, that's too informal. And talking can make people forget the tension and stress, and may be useful. Okay, so it may be that as well. So you could say here, firstly, encouraging children to take part in activities such as football or regular sport. And then you can use this idea, may be good for mental health and keep them healthy and busy. You wouldn't then want to talk about heart disease because that's not really for children. And then you could say, so you could use some of these things. So you could say, working with a team or understanding competition could help children. So you'd have to say could help children to develop innovative ideas. Careful on the organisation here, because you want, for me on this essay, one paragraph about skills. Okay, so benefits of activities. So don't even mention reading. Benefit of activities should be in this paragraph. And here, you're talking about reading, which is quite interesting. So here, maybe you want to say in your essay, benefits of reading. They're like, however. So this is kind of organisation. Benefits of reading. So this paragraph, you've got some good stuff, but it's not quite on point. You can't put a big quote in. That doesn't work. It has to be your work. So reading is the gateway for facing challenges and problems to survive life. I mean, it's a great sentence, but I don't think that's relevant for children. So if you say sport is good here, then benefits of reading books helps to modify language skills. So for children, I would say learn and comprehend. Language skills, such as vocab. Yeah, really interesting, because written. Now you're talking about books being translated. So here, even young children, when reading with an adult, can become interested in images, what they represent and what they represent, and then this might encourage them to read more on their own when they can, that sort of idea. Okay. Then Harry Potter, fantastic example, has made people, not people, I'd say children though, curious to read. Absolutely, Harry Potter's taught so many people to read and improve English skills all over the world. So obviously you wouldn't need that because you would be focused on children. Okay, so hopefully that guides you on that one. To sum up, use to conclude, and then in my opinion, so you want to revert back to encouraging children to engage in activities, allows them to develop independence, to develop their cognitive and physical abilities. Let's talk about the skills. And then, although actually I believe reading is really important, sort of thing. Okay, so I hope that guides you on that one. Don't worry about this, because in the next practice you have, we're going to be looking at the template, which will help guide you. Now, really important point here, 4 paragraphs. Here the organization is crazy. Like, I want 4 clear paragraphs. Then I know where I'm going. It's really important that your reader knows what your organization is. Some people think schools have to be more entertaining. Others think their sole purpose is to educate, which you agree with. Well, many people believe that schools should focus only on academic curricula. I strongly advocate the inclusion of more. Okay, that is very grown-up writing. Okay, I wouldn't use advocate. I strongly recommend the inclusion of more enjoyable activities, such as to maintain student engagement and therefore improve learning outcomes. As many young people, okay. That's a really nice start. Learners who are required to absorb information via conventional academic methods often experience problems with focus and attention. Okay, I have to ask you, I'm really sorry, there's a very big difference in standard here between this essay and this essay. Okay, so here you've got no grammar mistakes. So how did you prepare for this one? Okay. Learners who are required to absorb information via conventional academic methods often experience problems with, more specifically, repeatedly performing the same memory-based tasks throughout one's school career is likely, here I would say may, cause boredom and ultimately result in student disengagement. In several schools, I would put, for example, at the beginning here, it has been shown via a survey that a considerable number of young people fail to remember crucial information simply because it was uninteresting. Therefore, adhering strictly to rote learning is harmful to students who require further assistance to remember critical details. Okay, this could be tackled. I would just change that. Okay, do you see my issue here? You've given me one issue with essay with kind of quite a lot of mistakes, which I would expect to see, which is fine. But here you give me a perfect essay. Okay, so just make sure that all the writing is your own writing. Yeah. So, however, incorporating interactive media in various classroom formats into the learning experience could, I do always use could, not can, improve overall attention, increase the quality of information available for recall. Okay, I would move this here. Okay, teaching in this manner. Now, you said teaching in this manner, so you need to say what you mean by that. So, what do you mean by this manner? Are not left behind. Okay, I wouldn't go this is borne out by a study completed by. I would just go simply, for example, demonstrated overall academic performance increased dramatically and when meaningfully inadequate, when students engaged meaningfully and adequately, your adverb should go here. The subject matter. Strongly agree, schools should be somewhat entertaining. It's a more holistic approach. Okay, obviously very good essay there, well done. What I would do is just give an example of what you mean. You've said a lot of reasons why it's boring, but you haven't really given me an idea of, okay, interactive media, classroom formats. I mean, what does that mean? Yeah, what does that mean? Doing what? So be more specific in your examples. You could even say including more sport, more drama, more art, that kind of thing. Okay. Make sure, forgive me, if this essay is yours and fantastic, well done. If this essay is not all yours, then make sure your essay is yours. Otherwise, you're not really going to benefit from my corrections. Okay, well done.